When the girl dipped her hand into the sea, countless tiny fish swam toward her. Her unique ability helped feed everyone on the island. Every morning, long lines would form outside the home of the couple who had adopted Annie. That's because anyone who had even the slightest contact with Annie would somehow be healed. Her arrival brought wealth and peace to the entire island. One day, while Annie and John were playing, they stumbled upon a massive beehive dot. As Annie slowly approached it, the bees calmly landed on her hand. But John wasn't so lucky. He was suddenly swarmed and attacked. Startled, Annie clenched her fists without thinking, and to everyone's shock, all the bees around them dropped dead. Both of them stood frozen in disbelief.
Don't tell anyone about this, okay? Junior, promise? Okay, I won't.
But after that, Annie's special power mysteriously vanished. The islanders held an emergency meeting that same night. By morning, they all came bearing gifts, hoping to comfort Annie and praying for her powers to return. That evening, Lisa was soothing Annie to sleep when something miraculous happened. Startled, she called for her husband, Nick, who then realized a long scar on his hand had also begun to heal rapidly. Lisa rushed to tell Lucy, who had been suffering from dementia, but Nick stopped her. He feared that if Lucy regained her mind, the villagers would once again use Annie's powers to satisfy their own desires. Despite Nick's warning, Lisa brought Lucy into their home. Sure enough, Lucy's dementia quickly faded, but just as suddenly, the fishermen began returning with unusually poor catches. Frustrated, they stormed into Lisa's house, blaming her. That's when Lucy realized something. Annie's powers only worked when she was asleep. She handed a bottle of sleeping pills to Nick. At first, he was completely against the idea, but Lisa kept urging him.
It'll be just like visitations when she was a baby. She won't remember.
Eventually, Nick gave in. Once Annie had fallen asleep, Nick carried her to the beach as the fishermen laid their nets. He waded into the sea with her in his arms. Sure enough, their nets were full again soon after. Nick then made a decision. He had to take Annie away from the island. At the same time, a doctor who had been observing everything realized what Nick was planning. He too wanted Annie to be freed from everyone's control, but their conversation was overheard by Lucy. Later that evening, the doctor returned home to find Lucy waiting there. She offered him a glass of red wine she had prepared herself. At first, the doctor thought nothing of it, even as Lucy began speaking cryptically. But soon after she left, a sharp pain tore through his stomach and his stomach. Not long after, his house went up in flames, and at that very moment, Nick felt a terrible sense of dread begin to rise in his chest.